Honorable Speaker, I was saying 2 years ago, unga, when we speak about the cost of living, unga was at a high of 260 shillings. Today, unga is at a low of about 100 shillings, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, our exchange rate, the Kenya shilling to the dollar, almost a year ago, it was at a high of 162 shillings. Today, it is at a low of 128 and still going down, Honorable Speaker. Courtesy of the right economic policies, courtesy of pursuing what is right rather than what is popular, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, in the past, we have suffered what was described as state capture, Honorable Speaker. This bill, Honorable Speaker, in a big way addresses the question of state capture. Honorable Speaker, there are companies in this country that have survived largely on what is called tax expenditure and manipulating the system around tax expenditure, Honorable Speaker, especially around the question of VAT refunds. This bill, Honorable Speaker, is addressing the loopholes that bedevil our country through people who are well connected, who use the system to beat the tax system, Honorable Speaker, exploiting tax refunds to make bigger profits for their companies, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, speaking to state capture, Honorable Speaker, we built an SGR infrastructure over 10 years ago.
You have 1 minute.
You would be shocked today, Honorable Speaker, there are people who are still claiming tax deductions around buildings that were done with the SGR. This bill is bringing to an end from the 1st of July those deductions courtesy of the SGR, Honorable Speaker. And therefore, I know there are people who have mobilized because they have been benefiting from the system, Honorable Speaker, hiding behind civil society, funding civil society, Honorable Speaker, and the civil society, Honorable Speaker, mobilizing negative propaganda against this bill. I want to implore our members, do what is right, do what is good for the economy, do what is good for your generation, future generations, Honorable Speaker, what will secure our nation's economy, not that.
Your time is up. Nabi Nabwera. Nabi Nabwera.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to raise a number of issues.
Yes, Millie Odhiambo, what is the problem? The women are also here. I can see them.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, order, Nabi. Yes, Ichungwa, what is the point of order?
Honorable Speaker, because Honorable Millie was not on record, you may not have heard what she said, but she said she wants to speak as a former user. Honorable Speaker, of sanitary items. What I did not understand whether it was sanitary towels or diapers. Maybe she can clarify whether it was sanitary towels or diapers.
Nabi, order. Yes. Yes, Honorable Junet, what is out of order? Hold Nabi's time.
Mr. Speaker, you have heard clearly what the majority leader has said. He is asking under what category of women do Millie Odhiambo fall? Because she's claiming that she's a former user of sanitary pads. And in the finance bill, we are discussing sanitary pads, and we want to reduce the taxes. Is she going to benefit from that? Is she opposing or supporting, Mr. Speaker?
Order, Millie. You don't need rocket science to understand what you said. I understood you clearly and bet. Nabi Nabwera, continue.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, today, I've had a lot of time to reflect on whether this country, we want to move it forward, we want to have it stagnant, or we want even to become repugnant. I'm saying this, Mr. Speaker, because any progressive country, any progressive system, we should have started by looking our 2023-2024 Act, Finance Act, and asked ourselves the question, has it served us well? Number two, we should have asked us, we intended to collect a certain amount of money. Did it help us collect that money? Number three, what has been the business performance for the period that 2023-2024 covered? And finally, Mr. Speaker,